Hey folks, it's Lisa. Welcome to Win It Wednesday. I am gonna just look myself up here on, turn my volume down and look up so I can see y'all's comments. As you're hopping on, please say hi. Let me know that you're watching. And I will look at us up on Facebook so I can see your comments a little bit easier. Okay. Alrighty. So today is Win It Wednesday. So, hey, did anybody see my shirt? This shirt, I made it with our Magnolia stencil. And I just took a green shirt. Actually, I got this green shirt, I don't even know where, but it's a beautiful green. I love this green shirt. Hey, Diane. I got this green shirt and I just did like a spray of bleach and I let it dry, rinsed it out, let it dry, and then I put my Magnolia logo on from the Magnolia stencil that you get when you join the company. Hey, Kat. Hey, thanks for joining us. Let me pop on here and see if I can see your comments coming through. Great. Hey, and hi, Tina. Okay, so has anybody made their own t-shirts yet from the Magnolia stencil? Anyway, I thought I'd wear it today. All right, today is Win It Wednesday, as you guys know, and today's question is, what do you love about being home? So this is the prize, and this is a retired stencil, and I don't even think this was on the sale. But you can, this is the last one, guys. This is the last one. So you want to win, and anyone who might be interested in this stencil or anything that we are doing here, you might want to invite them to come join us. Just sprinkle the love around. That'd be great. So this one is called Heifer, Please. I love this one. I can't remember when I made this gal. Probably about 3 years ago, and it was super popular. She's got a bow you can put in her hair and a crown and bow, a hairband, a crown, and some glasses. And this says Heifer, Please, and it's got this adorable little cow on it. So if you're interested, you're going to want to answer the question for the day, which is, what do you love about being home? The reason for that question is we are going to be doing we're going to be doing our craft club kit today. So I'm going to go through and show you the craft club and what is included in it. And let me see if I can make those ads go away so I can see your guys' things better. I might need my glasses for this. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I love being able to control every minute of my day. Yeah. Hey, Abby. Hey. All right, today's question. Tony, my bed. After camping on the ground, I love coming home to a softer bed. It is a super fun stencil. Thanks, Kat. I love being home so I can craft, says Tina. I get that. That's for sure. Okay, so I'm going to do the craft club with you, and then I'm going to put my own spin on it. So let's get going. The very first thing I wanted to do is I had some little... I want to elevate mine a little bit, okay, guys? I don't know if you've seen some of my reels, but I made this little birdhouse. And this birdhouse is just like one you got at the Dollar Tree, and it had, cutouts, and I didn't like that, so I cut some craft sticks and put it in there to make it more like a shiplap. And then I used one of our stencils on it. And then the thing I want you to see is here, and this is just a glass vase that I got from the Dollar Tree, and that's what I'm going to be going for today. I put this right here so you guys can see it. I hope that you'll do it. This is just some reindeer moss and some little flowers that I picked up. Actually, I'm going to put it over here because it's going to get in our way if I don't. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to get my little vase ready, or my stand ready, and I thought I had another one of those vases and I couldn't find it, but I have these two little pillars, and we're just going to make these work. So, well, they're not pillars. I guess they work for pillars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some E6000 glue along with some hot glue to make it stay temporarily. Kat says, I love the feeling of safety of being home, but also crafting is great. Abby says, I love being home with when my husband is out. I get to craft in quiet and get so much done. Michelle says I can craft whenever I want. I totally get that. Totally get that. Okay, so I'm going to come in. If you guys have never used this, you're going to want to put some E6000 glue where your pieces are going to connect. And I'm not going to be super careful with it. I'm just putting on some. You can see here. I'm just doing this. This is not part of the craft club, but I just want to change mine up a little bit. So in order to do that, I am going to put these two candle holders together. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of hot glue in between where I put the E6000. And that's just a temporary hold, okay? Because this stuff, let me see, where did I not put it? Okay. And that'll hold it in place while that E6000 is drying. And then we will set it aside. So let me get it. I don't want to get glue on my hands. I always get stuff all over myself. Do you guys too? Always, always. I do my nails. See my nails? I do my nails. At the end of this, they're going to have like paint and glue and stuff all over them. Chickamauga, California. Hey, Debbie. I love being in my house, Sandy says, with people that I love. Me too. Okay, so let's set this aside and we will get back to that. All right, so when you join the craft club every month, you get this awesome box. It comes like this. This one is going to be mailed out to somebody. And then I will show you the contents and we'll start working on it together. So what comes in the craft club is the instructions. Every time we get the instructions printed out, but you can see at the bottom with step-by-step instructions on what to do. There is a QR code here if you want to go straight to the video on how to put it together. There's also a link at the bottom that will instruct you on what to do, okay, on where to go. All right, inside this month's box is this awesome stencil. It's called Love Brings Us Home. And this stencil was actually designed and is sized correctly to fit specifically inside of this house. Oh, I gave it away. It's late to ask this, but could you consider golf savings humors? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Okay, and then inside of this box, I already took it out. I'll just show you is our house that we're going to be working with. So you'll get this stencil in this cute box, and then you get this house in this cute box. Already, it's coming all to you, all just one. Okay, this pre-painted, the background is painted, the edge is left natural, and then with that comes some beads. There are 4 beads, some twine, and then some ribbon. It's got jute and lace on it, so that's up to you if you want to use it. And then what also comes with it, of course, we include everything so you can complete your project, is some white chalk paste this month with a little squeegee, which we will use. Okie doke. So let's put this aside. Okay. Oh, for new stencils. I never heard of that. Never heard of that. Okay. Crystal says, I love being home because home is where my heart is. And, of course, my dog. All right. Kathy says, I love being home because I won't spend so much money at the craft store. Oh, my gosh, that's hilarious. You love the craft club, Abby. I'm so happy to hear that. All right, so let's put this off to the side. I think what I'm going to do with the craft club, this is how it comes, right? So it's to do, you do what you want with it. What I think I'm going to do is I think that I am going to paint my surface because that little, this vase, 2 vases that I put together upside down and glued together, I think they're probably about ready now. I'm going to paint those, and I'm going to paint them white. So I want something to match. So I think that that's what I'll do. All right, so I have some Rust-Oleum chalk paint. Here it is. I put it in a peanut butter jar because it was getting kind of nasty around the edges. So let me go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to use this chalk paint. You can use any paint you want. Chalk paint is really good for glass, so that's why I'm just going to use the same paint around this board and also on my glass, what is that, candle holder. Okay, so I'm just going to actually probably just even put 1 coat. I'm not trying to get all I don't want it to be like super white and covered, but, and I may distress it when I'm done. We'll see. All right, I think that this is going to look good. Now, I'm not going to paint the inside, just the outside, the edges and the sides, okay? That's up to you if you want to paint it or not. The kit comes unpainted and just natural, and so you can decide what you want to do. All right, so, all right, that looks pretty cute. All right, see what I'm going to do with mine? Has anybody received theirs yet? Let's see, what is it? Oh, it's just the 5th. You guys are just now getting them, okay? And they're just actually just now being shipped out. We've got worker bees out there putting these things together and getting them shipped to you, putting the labels on the boxes and getting them out. So hang tight, especially if you are early in the month. You'll be getting yours very soon. I actually was just in that area. So Jeannie says, after 30 plus years of working, it's so nice to be able to stay home and enjoy my home. That does sound really nice. Okay, I want to do this house first, and then I'm going to paint my candlestick because I want them to dry a little bit before, or at least the house, before I go about stenciling, okay? Now the stencil is white paste, so I think it's just going to make everything tie together and pop really well. So, all right, that's what I got so far. You can make the back if you want. I'm for probably after this video I'll get on and paint the back, but I'm not going to bore you guys with doing that right now. And then I can't wait to see what you guys do with the craft club kit, because you guys always do something exciting and different. Totally, I love it when I see the pictures that say, my spin on the craft club. And I'm like, wow, I never thought of that. So it's fun. Fun to see. All right, let's see. How much does the craft club cost? Okay, $22.99, yes. So the craft club every month comes with everything that you need to complete the project. The surface, the stencil. We are unlike any other company out there that that offers a craft type club because number one, first and foremost, is our pricing structure. It's very reasonably priced. It's great to give as a gift. We have a minimum 3-month requirement to sign up, and you can cancel at any time after the 3-month period. In addition to that, we include all of the supplies. Every month it's a surprise, but they are stinking adorable. And you cannot get them outside of the club. So these kits together are never going to be available outside the club. So if you're loving it, if you're seeing something and you're loving it, you need to hop on over and join the club if you haven't already. All right, let me get this last little piece down here, and then I will start working on the candlestick. Now, has anybody painted glass? So I do paint glass. I mean, you saw with this birdhouse that I did paint the glass. That candlestick, the candle holder below it is glass. So, but I would just caution you to say that you're either going to need to scuff it up, or I've seen some people do, I'm not going to paint the bottom until I'm done. I've seen some people put some Mod Podge on it first and then go over it with paint, but I just use chalk paint because it's pretty reliable and it works every time. So I'm going to paint this candlestick, but I am only going to paint the sides for right now because I'm not really sure. I don't like to put glue on my painted surface. I prefer to glue it and then paint. So I'm going to do the majority of it first and let it dry. And when you paint glass, typically you're going to need 2 coats. So let me show you this. Got a little bit of glue bleeding out here, but I'm not going to worry about it. I wasn't really careful with it because I was just hopping on here with you guys, but I was going to tie something around it anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so if you're just hopping on, the question of the day for Wednesday, if you are watching this on Wednesday, is what is, what do you love most about being home? We've had some really fun answers so far. Let's see, what do I enjoy most about being home? You know what I love about being home? I love my bed. I think someone said that. I don't have to go camping to love my bed. I love my bed. I love my husband. I love to be home with my husband. I love cooking. Gosh, there's so much. So, but what do you love about lots? I love lots about being home. I love the fact that it's just comfortable, and I like the fact that I can close the door and like everything goes away, and I'm just in the environment that I want to be in at that particular time. I love having company. I love making food for folks, but sometimes, sometimes we just really need to be alone and charge up, right? Charge up with the people that are in our house, or maybe even sometimes without them, because everybody needs that time to recharge. All right, so I have put one coat on this candlestick, and I'm going to set it aside. Glass, in my opinion, like I said, usually needs 2 coats. So let that dry a smidge, and then I'll come in with another coat. In the meantime, we will go ahead and start stenciling our project. All right, so I told you before that in the craft club, you always get the stencil, right? The stencil on the surface to get started, as well as any embellishments that you need, chalk paste, and the squeegee. So that's what we're going to use next. So we're going to use our stencil, and this is 8.5 by 5. That's the measurement here. You can see that there are some suggested cut lines here for you to fit it inside of the house. That's up to you whether or not you want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it because I don't need them, these little pieces on the side. See that? I cut one, and there's another suggested cut line, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that there too. And it's got, inside the cut line, it's got enough of a margin so that it will fit inside the board, but you also won't get chalk paste where you shouldn't, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take it. Let me see if my chalk paint, it's pretty dry. Okay, where did my, oh, there it is. I had my heat gun here. Just a second. I'm going to just hit this with the heat gun real quick so I don't get it on my hand. Well, look, I already got it on my hand. Okay, Judy says, Judy, you just retired on Monday. So what I love about being home is doing what I want, when I want, if I want to. That's pretty good. If you want to. Okay, so I'm going to take this stencil off of here, and then I am going to use, I have a tacky towel, and the tacky towel is terry cloth on one side, and this other sort of like spongy stuff, gray on the other side. The gray is where we're going to dry our stencil, but I am going to use this here, this tacky towel, to pick up a little bit of lint. If you do not have a tacky towel, you can put it on your shirt, but I usually like to put, for the first time I use my stencil, I like to put it on the tacky towel and pick up a little bit of lint so that it doesn't stick so much to my board. When I'm done, I'm going to wash it with cool water or with a disinfectant wipe, not a baby wipe, a disinfectant wipe, and then I'm going to lay it upside down with the sticky side up to dry. Now those instructions on how to use them on the back of every stencil packet and on your step-by-step instruction on how to complete your project. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place this straight inside this little house box, and then I will show you how perfectly it fits. I actually want to hold it up just a little bit further because I want to put something at the bottom. Okay, see, there we have it. It fits right inside there. Made specifically for this. I'm just going to actually just, because I got a little bit of paint on my hands, I'm going to go over this with a squeegee just to make sure that it's down real good. And then I'm going to open up my chalk paste sample. So this is included, it's white, and I always suggest that you knead it a little bit. It's like a ketchup container, you know, like the to-go ones from like Wendy's or McDonald's or wherever you go. And then you can't obviously stir it, but if you would knead it like this before you open it, this is de facto stirring, right? All right, so I'm going to cut off the corner because it's got enough in here to use for another project, and I don't want to use stuff I don't need to use. Is this the April's Craft Club? Yes, ma'am, it is. Karma asked that question. All right, so I'm going to do this so you guys can see. I'm just going to put a little right here. Typically, I would put it in a little tray that we have. But I'm just going to put it right here so you guys can see it better. And now I am going to squeegee. I'm just going to drag it across the stencil. You do not have to push. Just going to drag it all over. And I am going to go only on the areas that I can see through the stencil, see the design through the stencil. Those are the only areas that I need to cover with my chalk paste. Like I said, there's some margin on the end, so we don't want to go all the way to the end, but you could if you like coloring, if you're coloring outside the lines and you got some out there, don't worry about it. Plus, you can always wash it off, right? This is removable chalk paste, so if you make a mistake, no worries. You can wash it off and start again. Okay, now I'm going to go, I don't have a jar to put it in. So now I'm going to just scrape off the excess. Again, I'm not pushing, I'm just scraping across. So less is more at this point because we want to make sure that we get enough on there, but we don't want to be glop, we don't want it to glop up. So you don't like have to spend forever and a day doing this, but you just want to make sure that you get it up so that it doesn't, like I said, I don't know. What's the right term? So it's not gloppy. All right, so now I'm going to find a corner and make sure, I usually make sure that my hands are free of chalk paste. And I'm going to pull from the corner. Now, I pull from the top, and I'm going to pull straight down because if you pull at an angle, you could stretch your stencil, and we don't want to do that, right? Because we want to, part of the beauty of the Craft Club is this stencil is reusable. You're going to wash it with cool water, place it upside down to dry, put it back on its backer sheet on the slick side, and you can use this puppy over and over again. I'm just going to put it on here right now because that's what I do sometimes when I am not near a sink. I'm just going to, or you can have a tray of water that you can put it in. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like and tell me how cute this is. How stinking adorable. I love this. And I think I am liking the white. Yeah, I think I like that pretty good. All right, let me put another coat of white on our candlestick. Let me check it. Coming together. Okay, like I told you, the Craft Club, it comes with instructions on how to make this project, and it turns out super cute. Let me see if you can see the bottom example. We are going to do something a little bit different. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, let it dry, and let me put another coat of paint on this candlestick, and we'll put it all together. I think before we do, though, I want to dress up that home, that house, and even further. I think it would look cute if we put some greenery on it. So that's what I'm going to do while this is drying, and then we'll put it all together. So the instructions tell you to use the jute and the ribbon that are included along with the beads to go around the top and make a cute little piece at the top. I'm going to do something a little bit different with mine, and that's what's cool about the Craft Club. You make it your own. You get the pieces obviously the way we envisioned them, and then you can just go to town on the rest. Okay. So what I'm thinking about for the bottom of mine is I'm thinking that I am going to put some flowers and some greenery. And actually, to some degree, I'm going to follow this a little bit. So I think it'll look homey, it'll look springy at the same time, But this home, I mean, look at this. This could be up in your home all year long, just like that. And it's a shelf sitter. It sits up by itself. So it doesn't need any help. I'm just like doing something different with mine. All right, almost done with this part, and we will move on. boy, you can't tell that I used to be a house painter by the way I'm painting today. I was a house painter for many years, and it was a fabulous job. Out in new construction and remodels as well, but mostly new construction. It was a pretty good job. Very tiring. Used to come home tired every day, but got a lot of free muscles out of it. All right, that was back when there weren't very many women out there. Now there are plenty. All right, let me put that aside. And now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some greenery in here. All right, I've got some different little things. Let me set this paint aside. And I've got my glue gun out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put some reindeer moss. I just picked this up from the Dollar Tree. I just happened to pick this. You could get any Spanish moss or anything you want, or just some greenery that you might have. And I'm just going to pull it out of here and separate it a little bit. And then I'm going to put it at the bottom. And I'm just kind of just like pulling it apart. Okay, and I'm going to now just layer it at the bottom here. Right here at the bottom, you see that? Okay, see? I got some greenery going on. And I'm going to put some more in there. Wasn't ready there. You want to be super careful with this stuff because it doesn't have like great, there are a lot of holes in it. So be careful that your glue gun is not too hot. Is not putting out super scorchingly hot glue. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to put some flowers. So I've got some I might use some more Spanish moss. So I'm not getting rid of that yet. Let's see what I have in the way of flowers. I have this big collection of stuff. I've got these these are the little, I don't know if you guys have seen these from the Dollar Tree. They're called farmhouse flowers, I think. And they're at the Dollar Tree. So obviously they're a dollar, right? That's super cute and easy to work with. Let me see if I've got any other cute ones. I got some pink ones. This is my little bag of cut out flowers, where it's like the whole flower isn't there anymore. Just pieces. Does anybody else have that kind of a bag? All right. Just a bunch of little pieces, so I'm grabbing a whole bunch of little pieces. I've got these little guys here too. These ones, I don't know, I don't remember where I got these, but they're little lavender, like baby's breath. Okay, so I'll just get a bunch out here. Who knows what I want to use? And then I've got, not those blue ones, that's not good. Okay. I think we're good for now. Let me set these aside. Ooh, I might use these. Okay. And then I've got some other little lavender flowers. These I did get from the Dollar Tree. I wouldn't say take my advice on Dollar Tree stuff, but sometimes you can find stuff there, sometimes not. Sometimes it's really cruddy looking, so you just need to decide for yourself what's going to work. All right, so I am going to pluck off some of these flowers, or pluck is not the right word. I'm just going to start chopping at them, and then I'm going to start gluing them in place. Now, to glue them, it does help if you kind of wrap the glue around it rather than putting the blob in there. That's what I've come to find out. And then I'm going to find a place for it. All right. It's going to be kind of hard showing it to you guys, but I'll give it a shot. Let me see. I think I'll go for another, let's see. I think I'll go for another white one. Make this one a little bit shorter. I love being at home, Michelle says, making crafts. And when my grandson needs me, I can go get him. He's 3. Oh my gosh, it's the best. The best. Okay, so it's coming along. What do you guys think about the flowers? Good idea? Not good idea? let me see. I think I need some yellow in there, like pop a yellow. I'm going to show it to you guys in a sec. I think you get a little more control when you put the glue right on the edge. Here we go. Got a little bit more going on there. Get a few more. You know, and if they're too short, just if they're too short, just move them up front of your project. If they're too long, turn them back or move them to the back of your project. Now I'm going to let some hang over the side a little bit on the front there. And then I think I would like some purple in there. So I'm going to put some purple little guys there. I'm making them a little bit taller. They're smaller, but you can just, like these little guys, you can just put the spot anywhere. Okay, I love these little crafts because you can just work on these forever. Okay. Okay, I'm just about done with this part, and then we will glue them together and see what we got going on for my version of the craft club this month. And like I said, if you've joined the craft club, welcome, and please share your crafts when you get a chance to make them. Yep, this one is going on the bottom, and then I'll show it to you guys again. Tell me what you think. Okay, here we go. I like the flowers. I like it just had a little pop, you know? I like it. So now I can see where I'm retired. Kid says I'm retired and I love not having to go to work anymore. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know if I'm going to get to that point, but, you know, I don't know about retiring. But the idea of not going if you don't want to sounds really great. Okay, I'm going to put a little more in here. I kind of missed a couple of spots with the reindeer moss, but I'm just going to fill it in with some hot glue and shove it in there. All right, what do we think? Do I need any more flowers? Let me know. I love it. Thank you, Deborah. Oh, that's such an interesting way to spell your name. Okay, let me put this stuff back in here. Let me know if you think I need any more flowers. I usually tend to go light. I'm going to show it to you one more time. I think I could maybe use a little sprig of purple. Let me see if I have any more of that little baby's breath in purple. Not in this bag. Nope, not in this bag. Okay, we will roll with it. Oh, I have some white. I could put some white. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. All right. Hello from St. Louis. Hello, Diana. Yep, you see, it needed just a little more right up there in the front. That's why I put them. Okay. Let's move on to, so I'm going to put this right here and you can enjoy it while we are working on the next part. I'm going to put my little chalk paint away that I put in my peanut butter jar. And then we are going to, I'm just going to take a second to get all this stuff out of my way. And we're going to work on this little packet next that comes with the Craft Club, which has twine, ribbon, and the ribbon has some lace, and then also some beads, some wood beads, okay, for like a farmhouse look. I mean, this is kind of farmhousey. What do you think? Do you think classic or farmhousey? What would you name this? How would you name that? Just finished Mickey Mouse rope tray. What is that, Diana? Mickey Mouse rope tray? Turned out so cute. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, good idea. It would make a good centerpiece for a wedding. Yes. I'm just going to make sure the top is dry and then we'll move on. Okay, so my idea was to put this on top of here just to elevate it so that I can put it, you know, I don't know if you guys do this, but, you know, just to have different tiers of items around. And I don't do it because I don't really do a very good job of decorating. But now that I have this, I'm thinking maybe I'll put this in my living room, and I think up, you know, on the fireplace mantle. I have some other things at different heights, and this, if I put it up like this, is probably going to work out real well. So what I'm going to do, this is nice and flat, and I'm not going to be able to cover the whole thing. It's about, you know, sticking out about a 1/4 inch on one side and a 1/4 inch on the other, which is perfectly fine with me. So I'm just going to put some E6000 glue on it. And we went over this before as far as like E6000, and then, you know, a decent amount, not a whole bunch like I'm doing right now, and then a little bit of hot glue, and that's that temporary hold that we need. Now don't put them one right on top of the other, they need to be separate, okay? But all right, so I'm going to find a middle spot and hold it in place for now. I just chicken-eyed it, like Patsy Ray likes to say. I chicken-eyed it. I guess I could have marked it in the middle, but that's kind of not how I roll. So, oh, very cute. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Diana and Susanna. I appreciate that. I don't know. This thing's going to be Anthony. Hey, and Anthony's watching. Hey. All right. So now I've got my house, and I painted the outside white. It comes natural. You can do what you want. I put my stencil on that comes with the kit, with the chalk paste and the squeegee that comes with the kit. The house also comes with the kit. I went ahead and added some green around the bottom and put some flowers in here. And then I also painted with white chalk paint this candle holder. Okay, I'll put some E6000 on it and some hot glue, just like temporary hold it. Okay, all right, so now what I'm going to do is kind of like, I think that's probably good for now. I'm going to take out the little packet I have, and we're going to fish this puppy up. All right, a good amount of jute. I don't know, I can do a lot of things with that jute. Hey, Tina, thank you. Here is that ribbon I was talking about that comes with it. It is like a burlap ribbon, and it has lace on it. All right. And then 4 of the natural beads. Let me get them out here. So I apparently can't do stuff and talk at the same time. And then 4 natural beads. So my thought was, I can come around here, tie the jute around there, and have the beads hang from there. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but let's hang tight. All right, so now I've got my jute. So what I'm going to do first with the jute, and the instructions do say this part. They say that you should thread your jute through your twine, through your bead, and if you want to use it like that, and then tie it in a knot at the bottom, okay? And that's just to start one end. So that's what I'm doing. I always tie 2 knots on these. It's probably not going to pull through, but I want to make sure it doesn't. So I'm tying 2 knots. Let me get my E6000 out of the way so you can see me. All right, see that? Gonna stay, not a problem. All right, now what I'm gonna do, kind of hard, I guess we'll see how it goes with me doing this with you guys on the other side. I better cut myself a big piece. All right. So my idea was that I could come right here. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's kind of hard doing it with you guys so that you guys can see it. So I'm going to come around here, just real gingerly, because my paint isn't actually all the way dry. I don't want you guys to have to stay here and watch me watch the paint dry. All right, so I'm going to tie it around here. And then I am going to tie this in a knot to the beaded piece, okay? I gotta cheat, you guys. I gotta turn it this way. I can't see anything. Okay. Just gonna pull that through. And, oh, I like it. I like the way it's turning out. Okay, I'm gonna tie it in a knot, and then I'm gonna put the other beads on, and we'll be done with that part. Okie dokie. Finoki. All right, I'll cut myself some at the end here. Thread those last two beads through. And then being with family. Connie says being with family and being able to craft endlessly. That's what she enjoys most about being home. I love being home because I can have my cats with me, Mary says. Okay, we had a cat growing up. Her name was Casey. Okay. Now you can put these at different levels. That's what I'm going to do, or you can have them the same length. That's what I really meant, length. I'm going to go ahead and do mine a little bit offset, just so they hang better. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to cut the end off that. Okay. All right, and there we go. There is my house so far. Now, I got this leftover, so I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do with this? I don't know. I'm thinking right here. What do you guys think? Let's give it a shot. So the idea with this was to make a messy bow, but it's, you know, of course yours, and you can do whatever you want. So let me see if I can do something a little different. Let me see if I can squish it together and make it look cuter. I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, that's not turning out well. Okay. What do you think about a single bow? Do you think that that's okay? Hey! Hi, Janice. Maybe put it on the roof, Debbie says. Okay, messy bow on the roof? I'm just wondering, yeah, you know what? If I put it down here, it might actually be in the way of the flowers. So, okay, let's do a messy bow. I will do it on the roof, okay? The Craft Club instructions say for you to wrap your jute around here and have the bow right here and have the beads hanging down. I'm going to bypass that part, and I'm going to go straight to the, oh, thank you, Wanda. I'm just going to make a messy bow right now. Get out of here. Okay, 1, 2. I feel like I need something else, but I don't have anything readily available stand right here by me, so I'm just going to go with this for right now. Okay. Alrighty, I'll cut them in half and half again, and then we will make ourselves a messy bow. Thank you, Wanda. Okay, so now I'm just going to take and crisscross these. Let me put my little thing here first. I'm going to crisscross them. And then I'm going to tie a knot with my jute. Jute, jute. Catch them in the middle without it all falling apart. Hang on. Yep, good idea. That was a good idea on the messy bow. We're going to put it on the roof. One last tie, and then we'll be good to go. I'll trim it, and then we will put it on there, and we can be done with our project. So if you're just joining today, today is Win It Wednesday, so don't forget to go ahead and answer the question, what do you love about being home? So if you know somebody who would like to be joining us and have an opportunity to win, oh, what do you win? you win this retired stencil, and I don't even think it was available on our retired sale, but it's the Heifer Please. All right, it's the last one, the last one. So you're going to want to hop on there. You're going to want to share around. All right, so let me get going on this messy bow. Put it on, and then we can call it a day. Being able, Janice says, being able to do the things I need to do. Yep, that's nice. Less stress, huh, Janice? The thing I love about this particular ribbon is when I was designing this, I wanted the one with the lace on it. So you know, it's already pretty much ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this around here just a couple more times to give it a little more of an interesting look. And then I will secure it, and we will put it on our roof. All right, ready to go. And then you guys can let me know if you think it needs a flower or something. Okay, here's our messy bow. Right here, what do you guys think? Do you think, here's our project. Here, right on the top, let me know what you think. On the top or on the side. I feel like maybe on the side it looks cute, but I'm not sure if you can actually read it very well. So let me know. Kid says, I love the Heifer stencil. I think I missed it when I ordered it. No, it wasn't available. This is literally the last one. So if you want that Heifer stencil, answer the question. Okay, you guys, off to the side. I like it on the top. Top. Okay, on the top. I wonder if we had a cute little, hang on a sec. Hang on, I peel myself away. Well, I thought I would find my buttons, but not quick enough. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on, let's see, top. Everybody says side. Side is good, so you can read. I'll go ahead and put it on the top for now. I really did want to get a cute little button for this, but I'm probably going to have to do that afterwards because I don't want to make you guys sit and wait while I look for my buttons. Where the heck can my buttons be? Who knows? I got bags everywhere, guys. Anybody's craft room like mine? Just a stinking mess. All right. I'm going to go with the button. I'm going to wait till I get my button. All right. So I'm going to show you my finished project. Let me know what you think about it. Oh, and I didn't wait for the glue to dry. Dang it. All right. There we go. You gotta let the glue dry. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed doing the Craft Club project with me today. And then I hope if you have not joined the Craft Club, you will join it. Please share your pictures as you do complete your Craft Club. And then if you are just now, below the flowers, that's a good idea. If you are just now hopping on, the question of the day is, what do you love about being home? And this is our retired stencil. You were not able to buy it on the sale, and is the last one. It's called Heifer Please. So go ahead and answer the question, what do you love about being home? All right, guys, well, I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.